Okay, guys, the turkey was in the water for about 12 hours. So now what I did, I went ahead and I dried it all off. I pulled it out of the water, dried it all off. So I'm gonna show you how to make a stuffing really fast, and then we'll get back to the turkey. Okay, so here's a stuffing right here. So what I got in there, I got seasoning, then I've got a little bit of parsley, I got celery salt, and onion powder. That's what I put in there so far, and salt. And then now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put a stick of butter in here. So we're gonna use a stick of butter. Kind of mix it up a little bit. Just kind of get that flavor going and stuff. And then I also got 2 cups of water in here, because you gotta make sure that it's gonna be nice and moist. So, and usually what I would do, I would just use my hands to stir it, but this time it's actually looking good like this. So anyways, that's the the stuffing. So I just saw some parsley in here and I didn't know if I should add it a little more. So anyways, I'll set this aside and then I'll show you how I'm gonna do turkey really quickly. Okay, so now we're gonna be doing a marinade for the top of the skin. So what I'm gonna be using, that's the zest from the orange, and then I'm gonna put about half of it, a little bit, and then I'm gonna put maybe like a teaspoon of garlic powder, or maybe actually let's do tablespoon because it's a big bird. And then we're gonna put pepper in there, and then we're gonna put salt in there. And you don't have to put too much salt because the turkey was already salted pretty well. And then I'm gonna use the rosemary, dried rosemary, just kind of maybe a tablespoon as well. And then I'm gonna try to stir it up a little bit. Let's see. Stir it up, and then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add butter, stick of butter in here that is softened. So as far as I know, it's not gonna mix up really good in the beginning. So let's see if I need this or not. Okay, yeah, and then you just mix it up really well. Actually, it's not doing that bad. So just mix it up, and then once you got all that stuff mixed in there, you would put about this much of a teriyaki sauce, or I use the original gourmet, whatever that stuff is. So it's actually really good. I use it a lot in my cooking. So just stir that up. And then once you get this in a good mixture, you might work at it a little bit. And then what you do, you get a half a squeezed fresh orange in there that you use the zest off of it. Just add it in here. And honestly, I've done this turkey before, but I did not use this recipe. But so far, I'm trying something new, so hopefully you guys will try it with me. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna use my hands just to melt that butter. So just kind of play with it, you know. I mean, don't have to use gloves or nothing because you're doing it for you. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, we're just gonna go ahead and get the stuff and rub it. Rub it like you mean it. Get it all over, in and out basically. Just keep melting it with your hands. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and then I'll come back to it. Oh, there's also neck in here. So go ahead and use neck. A lot of people make just soups out of it, but you can actually season it up and cook it as well with a bird. So I'm gonna do this process and then I'll come back to it. Okay, so now we got this all wrapped up. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get the stuffing that we did it. All that stuffing is, see, look, it's nice and soft now. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and stuff it inside the turkey. So just get it in there. And it's actually, hopefully it'll fit the whole thing. And whatever's gonna be extra, you can just leave it right there. You know, you don't really have to stuff it all the way. It's still gonna be tasty. There's also opening in the front, so we can actually go ahead and stuff some in there too. Probably not as much, but you can get something in there. So just like that. And then I'm just gonna go ahead, just leave it like that, put the skin down. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap the fingers. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it with a foil. That way when you cook them, it's not gonna burn. So just kind of lift it up a little bit and just come here. Just like that. Do one and the second one too. That way when you're gonna go ahead and put it on broil at the end, it's not gonna burn. Or you can take it off and just kind of watch it. And then I'm gonna put my neck over there. So I'm gonna throw the neck over here. And then I also got some body parts that was in there, like a heart, kidneys. A lot of people don't eat that stuff, but we do. So I'm just gonna stick it on the bottom. He was actually marinated in some of that stuff, that orange that I had with a zesty. So just shove it right there, and just like that. And then I'm gonna cover it up, stick it in the oven for 350 for about 3.5 hours. And then I will show you what I'm gonna do after it, because you're gonna have to undo her and bring up the temperature. So I'll be right back later.